guys still in? Fuck yeah, you are. I adore this woman so much. She's my fucking favorite. Please give it up for Amanda Lynn Deal, everybody.
Calcium hydroxide, slaughtered in CaO line will make bleach powder. Galvanic metal beats snuff out louder. Dry ice seals square refrigerator.
We touch nips, everybody. Hell yeah, dude. Keep it going for Katie IPOC. And her twinkle tits. Those are amazing. Hell yeah. Clap it up for titties. Come on, let's fucking hear it. Let's also keep it going for the Joes and Cody here at Covert Cafe letting us do this shit. Clap it up for them. They're all my new dad. They're all great. I love them. Got 3 dads now. Fuck you, real dad. That guy sucks. Anyone else got a dad that sucks? Wow, good for you. Well adjusted. Fucking nice. Must be fucking nice. All right, this is too aggressive. I understand. This is too aggressive to start a comedy set. I am on my period, so I don't know what you fucking want from me, okay? I'm free bleeding in my fucking sweatpants right now. You're welcome. I'm here, okay? Yeah. I am looking for a tampon. That's not a joke. It's a shameless plug. But for real, a cooter cork would be dope, a shot of tequila, or a menthol cigarette. I'll take all 3. I'll put them in here. I don't give a fuck. Let's go, dude. See what sticks. I am not from Bend, but I have been there a lot. I have family there. My brother, sister-in-law, niece, and nephew are there. They're my favorite people. I used to live in a school bus, which surprises nobody in this room. You guys are like, yeah, you look like you lived in a bus. I do give off the vibe. I get it, totally. I lived in a school bus, traveling the country doing stand-up comedy, no big deal. I was mostly breaking down mentally and the bus itself in different cities and living there for a while. That's mostly what happened. I was in Bend, and I was there for Christmas, as I do per tradition, and the bus broke down, and then we got snowed in. So I was there for Christmas, and then New Year's, and then I was like, what are you guys doing for Valentine's Day, you know? Just really overstaying my welcome. I basically turned into John Candy in every movie ever, you know? They couldn't get me out of there, but at the end I kind of brought the family together, you know? And they're like, you know what, Amanda, it's been a long stay, but we really appreciate you being here. I'm like, thanks, my underwear's in the dishwasher, you know? Just a fun aunt. Bend does have a lot of breweries. Katie was talking about that. It's fucking breweries all up in that bitch. I used to work with craft beer in Chicago, Goose Island, heard of it? Yeah, it's shitty beer, so it's fine. I get it, it's fine. Yeah, I used to work in craft beer, and my mom was so fucking impressed, because she's a white wine, white mom. Anyone have one of those, a white wine, white mom? Anyone else? Okay, Tanner? Yep, called it. That makes so much sense. Our moms should hang out, for real. They'd be best friends. They're both teachers, and they drink Chardonnay. Let's fucking make them friends. Let's do this, dude. My mom would totally wear a shirt that says Chardonnay, more like Chardonnay. She would wear that fucking shirt, okay? That's my mom. You got a picture. So my mom was so impressed I knew about craft beer. She's like, why don't you bring some home for the family? You know, we can do a tasting. Well, you know, whatever. And I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but what the fuck is with the names of craft beer being like so aggressive nowadays? You notice that shit? It's like arrogant bastard, boneyard, dead guy ale. Like, fucking relax, all right? Trying to find some fucking beer to bring home to my family. I'm walking down the aisles of craft beer. I swear to God, it's like Devil Dick Double IPA. Punch yourself in the pussy porter. I'm like, whoa. Trying to get a buzz, not get an abortion. Let's take it easy, okay? I bring this home to my mom. Fucking relax, dude. The names of wine are so fucking cute. It's like cupcake. It's very different. She wasn't ready for that tasting. Wasn't ready for that craft beer tasting. Bend is fun. People like to say, you know, like Portlandia gave Portland a rap where it's like, oh, the place where young people go to retire. But every time I go to Bend, I'm like, these young people don't work at all. I don't know what's going on. Everyone lives in a van, and their parents are fucking loaded, and they're all hot. Fuck those people, you know? When I lived in a van, I peed in a mug. They have toilets. Suck my dick. You know what I mean? Yeah, I peed in a beer stein, a German stein, like an American. It's so stupid. It's true, though. I peed in a mug, you know? Trailblazer. Yeah, I got to do a lot of fun things when I lived in that bus, you know? Got to do a lot of fun things. I went to Planned Parenthood for the first time when I lived in my bus. You know, lady on the road, how to get my oil changed. I went in for a checkup, you know? Been a while. I'd never been to Planned Parenthood before, and I was very nervous because I grew up really sheltered and religious, you know? And I used to be pro-life when I was a dumb virgin. When you don't know what's going on, you make a lot of dumb fucking choices. So yeah, I was in that Planned Parenthood, a little bit nervous, first time in there, and I swear to God, this song comes on the radio. All that she wants is another baby. I was like, ugh. Know your audience, Planned Parenthood. That's the last thing she wants in here right now. Am I right? I turned to the other woman in there. She didn't high-five me. That's fine. Both on our own journeys. So I go in there and I talk to the lady. She's like, right, everything looks good. And I was like, cool. And she's like, but did you know, I learned a lot. I did. She's like, did you know that vaginas are acidic and semen is basic? And I was like, tell me something I don't know. All these basic bitches coming in their socks, am I right? She didn't high-five me. She was a medical professional. That's fair. Before I left, though, she's like, do you want any birth control while you're here? And I was like, nah, I'll just use condoms in the pull-out method, Pretty casual lady. She's like, you're an idiot. I'm telling you that. Doctor-patient confidentiality. You're a fucking idiot. And I was like, oh, my house is in the parking lot. And I skipped out to my fucking bus. Want my house to get towed, And then, of no surprise to anybody, a month later, I had to get my first Plan B pill. Because my method doesn't work, But I gotta hand it to myself. I'm a lady with a plan, okay? Plan A, get fucked. Plan B, get unfucked real quick. Holy shit. So I go to Walgreens, there's a lady working the counter. I was like, right, this is gonna be great. Don't be weird, Amanda. I don't know how, I'm nervous. I was like, 1 Plan B, please. Why am I standing like this? Am I Peter fucking Pan? What the shit is this? Like, 1 ticket to Never Never Babyland, looking fucking ridiculous. Burying myself at Walgreens. And she goes, do you want the name brand or the generic? And I'm all, I don't need top shelf. Just like the well of Plan B is fine. She goes, okay, generic is $40. I put in my card, enter my PIN, it starts beeping. She goes, all right, you can pull out now. And I went, if only he did. She didn't high-five me. I thought we were bonding, She set it up, knocked it down. Turns out she's just at work on being an annoying asshole. That's on me. My bad. And then she goes, do you want your receipt today? And I'm all, I can't return this, can I? Can I show up in 9 months to a Walgreens with a baby and be like, shit didn't work? And she said no. And I said, yeah, that's fair. That's a ridiculous return policy. She goes, is there anything else I can help you with? And I was like, nope. And I skipped out of there like Peter fucking Pan, to my bus house in the parking lot. And then I went to my friend's birthday party, popped back that Plan B, cheers with shitty champagne, and said out loud to my friends, and I quote, hey, mama's killing it, babies! Which, if you didn't laugh at that and you were uncomfortable, I want to remind you, I lived in a bus, so you're welcome. I didn't have that baby, okay? I was homeschooled. That kid would have been bus schooled. That would have been fucked up. Yeah, we'd be at a gas station. Little kid is like, me and my mom pee in a mug. I'd be like, hey, you gotta stop telling people about the pee mug. That's how you get taked away. Yeah, that kid would for sure get taked away. You know what I mean? Fucking silly. There is one thing, though. If you're gonna live in your vehicle, you gotta be smart about it, okay? Loophole queen over here. I got a membership at Planet Fitness, $20 a month, anywhere in the country, and it's the judgment-free zone. So, legally, they can't judge you. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I didn't read the paperwork. I just signed it. Also, fucking Planet Fitness, that's the Subway of gyms. Shut the fuck up. That shit is not healthy. Get the fuck out of here. And I knew it, okay? They have free pizza first Monday of the month. Did you know that? I knew that when I signed. I was like, yeah, I'll be here every Monday. Like, it's just the first one. I'm like, I'll forget, Every Monday, where's the pizza, They also have free bagels second Tuesday of the month. Did you know that? I didn't fucking know that. Nobody told me. I stumble in all stony baloney from my bus house in the parking lot, and I see the spread of free bagel day. I'm so fucking excited. I was like, dude, this is your day. I think that's what bros say when they're gonna lift more weights. That's what I say for all the flavors of cream cheese. I was like, yes, bitch. So I make the most amazing breakfast bagel sandwich. I'm so fucking excited to eat this shit. And I go to take a bite, and then I remember I'm in a fucking gym. So I'm like, oh God, where do I eat this? Do I just stand in the middle of a gym? Stare at the guy in the treadmill like, I like your hustle. Like, what the fuck? You can't do that. That's super weird. So I went in the locker room like a normal person. I sat on the bench like, you guys know there's free bagels? I'm like, yeah, we know, bus girl. What the fuck? Everyone knew. Everyone fucking knew. Judgment free my ass, dude. I also took handfuls of Tootsie Rolls, put them in my pocket. They have Tootsie Rolls there. Get the fuck out of my face. Jim, get out of here, dude. Get out of here, dude. It was fun, though. I mean, and they do this thing. They have to do it legally. It's in their contract. If you work at Planet Fitness, they have to say when you check in, enjoy your workout. Everybody knew I wasn't fucking working out because I was stumbling, looking like shit, take a shower, looking all cute, and leave in 30 minutes. They were like, what? That's the bus girl, right? We all know? That's why we have to fucking fill the Tootsie Rolls every day? Jesus Christ. Yeah. It was me. And one day I was in particularly rare form, you know? Like, okay, this is the kind of day I had. I woke up in my bus house in the parking lot, and I was like, dude, what happened last night? And then I recalled my last memory of the evening before was me yelling at my friends in a 4 a.m. bar in Chicago, take me home! And they were like, to Planet Fitness? I was like, yeah, my house is there too, you know? So they did. They took me home, very sweet, and I stumble out of there. I'm looking rough, you know? I'm looking rough. You know, when you're like one eye closed kind of shit? Yeah. You're like, I feel pretty good right now, but in an hour, I'm probably gonna barf, you know? You know, that's how I was feeling. So I walk in there, one eye closed, and she's like, and enjoy your workout. And I decided, judgment-free zone, let's roll with the honesty train. So I look at her and I was like, yeah, that's not what's happening. I just masturbated in the parking lot of this gym for 20 minutes. I'm gonna buy that red Coke. I'm gonna buy that red Gatorade and chug it on the toilet. Then I'm gonna eat my cocaine boogers from last night. Take a shower and be late for work. Judgment free, got him. No, I was on a list for sure. My picture was in the back. It had to have been. They're like, this many Tootsie Rolls have been missing since this bitch signed up, you know? And then it's so hard to cancel your Planet Fitness membership. Have you all ever had Planet Fitness membership? Anyone in here? No? You guys have good dads and real gyms. Good for you. Yeah, it's hard as shit. You have to cancel your gym membership at the one you sign up in, which was in Chicago. And I had just moved to Portland, so I just canceled all of my credit cards. Try and find me now, bitch. I don't have any money. Fuck you, you know? Went to a credit union locally, you know? Support local. Anyways. Jesus Christ. I feel like I do this thing a lot. I don't know about you guys, but like every month, I'm like, all right, bitch, this is the month, okay? You're gonna get your shit together. You're gonna stop drinking so much alcohol, and you're gonna like drink juice or whatever people do. I don't fucking know. And you're gonna stop smoking cigarettes. Maybe smoke some weed. Maybe that's healthier. I don't fucking know. I was homeschooled, you know, doing my best. And then I get my period, and I'm like, none of it fucking matters anymore. You're gonna die. Like, it doesn't matter anymore, you know. I joined a kickboxing gym in Vancouver, Washington. That's where I live. Don't want to brag. You guys know where Vancouver is, right? Yeah, don't want to brag. I actually moved from Vancouver to Chicago when I lived there, but I lied and told everyone I moved from Portland because fuck explaining Vancouver, Washington to people who don't know where it is, you know? Every time I'd be like, oh, I moved from Vancouver. They're like, oh, Canada. No, it's in Washington. Oh, DC. You guys get where I'm going with this. I'm like, no, it's by Portland, Maine. Fuck! Every guest gets farther away. How do they do that, you know? So I just lied, and I was like, yeah, Portland, whatever. Who gives a shit? So in Vancouver, I was like, you know, I'm going to sign up for this gym, and it's called I Love Kickboxing. Look, I don't think I love kickboxing. I don't know if I like kickboxing. But kickboxing really loved me, you know what I mean? Kickboxing was outside my house with the stereo being like, why didn't you pay this month? You said you loved me! And I'm like, look, I'm just there for the free tampons. Fucking relax, you know? I would just steal tampons from rich Vancouver moms and give them to my broke Portland friends. Like the Robin Hood I was always meant to be, you know? Living my truth. And they wouldn't stop taking my money, so I had to cancel that bank account too. I was like, you know what? Fuck a local credit union. I'm just gonna... Chime Bank seems good. I have Chime Bank. Anyone else? No, you guys have real dads and real bank accounts. I forgot. My bad. All right, well, you know what? I didn't want to talk about it, but I'm on my period, okay? This is a real thing that's happening. I know a lot of dudes in here are like, please don't talk about it. And I want you to know from the bottom of my heart, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, dude. And look, women don't always talk about their periods when they do comedy, okay? I don't always talk about it. I only talk about it once a month, you know, when it's real. Yeah, and I'm in a relationship with the man, bless his heart. He's very sweet, but he's a man. He's doing the best with what he's got, you know? He's doing the best with what he's got. He's very sweet, but very dumb. He's like a golden retriever. He's like a puppy, you know? He's so sweet. I love him so much. Not the smartest, but he has a good credit score, so we're gonna keep it going, you know? For example, he's not insecure about shit. He's not worried about shit. He had a single mom growing up, and the best thing his dad did was kill himself, and that's why he's so sweet. That was dark for you guys, but I want you to know it's okay to laugh at that, because if he was here, he would laugh too, okay? Sometimes the best thing that your shitty deadbeat dad can do is blow his brains out, you know what I mean? Well, you guys didn't like that either. Look, it's okay to laugh. Neither my boyfriend or his dad are here right now, okay? Fucking relax. So he's very sweet. He knew I was on my period, and he's like, babe, I'm gonna get you some tampons from the store. You want anything else? I was like, just a rotisserie chicken. I'm gonna eat it with my bare hands. So I'm a fucking lady. So he got me a Costco rotisserie chicken, and he didn't know what tampons to get me at Costco. He was overwhelmed. So then he went to Walgreens. He got himself his little nicotine pouch things you put in your mouth or whatever, because he doesn't smoke cigarettes. What a good guy. But he gets mad when I do. Fuck you, dude. Anyways. He goes to Walgreens, he gets his tobacco, he looks through the aisles, he gets me a box of tampons. Very nice. I get that rotisserie chicken, I'm fucking elbows deep in that shit. I'm eating that bird. Yeah, it's not cute, but he still loves me, and that's what matters. And then he hands me the box of tampons, and I was like, oh, babe. He's like, what, did I do it wrong? I was like, no, you just, you got me the regular ones. And he's like, yeah, I just didn't know which ones to get, and regular sounded right. And I was like, I'm a super bitch. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on right now. Regular tampons, when you're in a full flow, that's kind of like putting a Q-tip in a bullet hole. Like, it's adorable. It's not gonna do anything. That was a really long way to get to Q-tip in a bullet hole, which is one of my favorite punchlines that's only for me, it turns out. I tried the Diva Cup for a while. Anyone done the Diva Cup? One clap? Slow clap? Are you still living that Diva Cup life, or did you give it up? You are? Good for you. I couldn't do it. I mean, I read the instructions. The first thing you have to do is boil it. I was like, great. So if I want to clog this shit up, I got to make some pussy pasta. That's fucking dope. So, you know, you boil it, you do the thing. It has measurements on the side, though. That's pretty cool. So I'm like, oh, let's get to 2 ounces. Let's beat my record. Like being a bro about it, because I'm a monster. But also, it's a really strong suction. So you got to get like knuckles deep in there, and it's like a plunger. And then you're in a public bathroom. That just seems wrong, you know? I feel like I would put one in and then go to an enemy's house and just spill it, you know? Oops. Let's get one thing straight, though. I'm not a lady. I'm a broad. You know what I mean? I'm not a lady. I'm a fucking broad, though. I don't glisten. I drip. I'm fucking sweaty, is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Okay? Never once. I remember I was trying to be like a girly girl. I was trying real hard. That's not who I am. But my friends were all getting their nails done, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. Because it was like, I just heard about Hot Girl Summer. Do you guys remember when that was like trending or whatever? And the first time I heard about it, I got so excited. I was like, oh hey, I'm sweaty. That's not what they're fucking talking about. So I tried to get my nails done with my hot friends. They all got like the normal nails you get, and I was like, I'm gonna do something I've never seen before in the wild. I'm gonna do a French manicure, white nails, red tips. Yeah, some of you guys are picturing it. It looks like blood nails. It's a bad fucking look. Looked like I just scraped my Diva Cup out of my bleeding body and then just kicked it, you know? Didn't wash my hands, like, hey guys, where are we going next? That's what I looked like. Fucking embarrassing. None of my hot friends stopped me, and that's kind of on them, you know? I know I mentioned Diva Cups a lot, and there are some men in the room, and if you don't know what a Diva Cup is, don't worry, I'll explain. A Diva Cup is what they serve half-price drinks in at ladies' night. Comes in a Diva Cup. It's for sure not what it is. Silicone clock. Oh God, I don't even want to say words anymore. You guys know what it is, right? Beard, you know what I'm talking about? You don't know? I know. Oh, you do know. Okay, good. It's a plunger without a handle, and you shove it in your vagina. All right, this kind of nice. Nice. I like to do that joke in not Portland, because it turns out outside of this city, none of the men know what the fuck I'm talking about. And then I just get really close to an old white guy. I'm like, you're gonna learn tonight! And he hates it, and his wife is laughing. You know, it's a fun time. Yeah. Do you guys have, like, comfort shows that you watch? Yeah, a lot of ladies watch, like, true crime. I like watching true crime sometimes. My new thing, though, Gordon Ramsay has a show called Secret Service. Have you guys heard about this? Have you guys heard about this? You know about this? Stupid. It's basically Gordon Ramsay in, like, a van outside, and there's secret cameras, and then he, like, finds a struggling business and yells at the owner. Love that. So hot. Gordon Ramsay, more like Gordon Rams me. You know, it's fucking hot. That's a stupid thing I'll never say again. But that show is amazing because it really paints a perfect picture of America. It's some old white guy who's like, I've been doing this for fucking decades. Nothing needs to change. So there's like shit in the walls. There's rats everywhere. Like it's literally falling apart. He's like, and he won't change his ways, right? And Gordon Ramsay comes in, he yells in his fucking face. One of the hottest things I've ever seen, you know? I'm like, get him, Gordon! That's so hot. And then that guy ends up crying, which is amazing. Because Gordon is like, dude, it's time for you to pass the baton. You gotta let women and minorities run this shit. Yeah, it's really painting a really beautiful picture of America, you know? It's a really like microcosm of the macrocosm that's going on in the world. And usually that old white guy will cry, and he will hand the baton off to people who are way more capable than his dumb old white ass. And when he cries, I'll tell you what, I get fucking wet, you know, up top and bottom. I'm like, yes, it's amazing. It's good. You guys should check out that show. You should. But yeah, I mean, America is, it is what it is. I think the interesting thing about, like, when you perform stand-up comedy, there's cities, and it's fun to perform in cities because people are usually more open-minded. But it doesn't really pay well until you go to bumfuck America, where they have nothing else going on, and you have to do comedy there. But that can be kind of scary, you know? Because you guys have heard everything I've said before. They do not like me in Montana. Holy shit. There's a lot of old white guys in Montana that do not fucking like me. Or they don't like when women talk. I couldn't figure it out. I was like, ooh, is it me or all of us, you know? But their wives loved me. It was very confusing. It was like moth to a flame shit after a show. They would be like, feminism. You don't shave, you're so free. I'm like, please don't touch me, you know? There was a lady after the show, and she's like, I love your tattoos. I wish I could get some. I was like, you're a whole ass adult. You can do whatever the fuck you want with your own body. Do they teach you that here in Montana? No. She goes, well, I can't do whatever I want with my own body. My husband wouldn't let me. I'm gonna let you. She goes, we have to understand, sweetie. He found me when I was 18. Found you? What the fuck is going on? There's some Tinas and Tammys in Montana that need our help. These bitches are not okay, dude. It's fucking scary out there. We'll end with this. I did a show in Bumfuck, Oregon, and if you're wondering where that is, it's literally anywhere outside of Portland. Yeah. So I was out there, and it was like the butthole of Oregon, because I don't like to say rural, because that makes me sound fucking stupid. It wasn't rural Oregon, it was the anus of Oregon. I was just trying to eat it out, make them fucking laugh, right? Doing my fucking job. But I was scared, because when I got there was a lot of trucks with big opinions, you know? I was like, ooh, they're not gonna like me, you know? But the universe decided to play a sick prank on me, because everybody was laughing, except for this guy up front, with tattoos and ear gauges. His arms were crossed. He was just seething with rage. He fucking hated everything I said. It made me so uncomfortable, dude. So I had to address it in like a public setting so I wouldn't get murdered in the parking lot, you know? I was like, hey man, what are you doing? Are you having a good time? And he's like, no. And I was like, yeah, everyone can see that. We're at a comedy show. Maybe you should just like relax, have a good time. And he said, why don't you just be funny? And I was like, well, that's interesting, because everyone else is laughing, so why don't you relax, all right? Why don't you take those gauges out of your ear, put them in your butthole, fucking loosen your butthole, man. And he said to me, I swear to God, he goes, my butthole is loose. What? The fuck does that mean? I was like, you stuck to the stool with your loose-ass butthole? Is that why you're so mad to be here? Jesus fucking Christ. Men are doing great. Really proud of them. I've been Amanda Lynn. Keep it going for Katie Ipock, Covert Cafe, and all the wonderful comics you've seen tonight. Be a bartender. Bye.